This episode is about forgotten historical photos that'll show history's dark side. 18-year-old Horatio Lewis of the 145th Pennsylvania Infantry. He was wounded in the Battle of Gettysburg in both legs and died of his wounds July 20, 1863. A Belgian father brought an African child in a cage to his daughters for their entertainment, 1950s. Before moving forward, we request you to subscribe our channel, Vintage Photos, and comment if you like the video and suggest us the next vintage photos as well. A British aircraft captures a striking 1919 aerial photo of the Ottoman Bosphorus, revealing strategic waterways and the city's historic architecture from above. A cabinet card captures Daniel Waldo, age 102, an independence veteran in 1864, preserving the likeness of a remarkable centenarian and witness to American history. A couple dances gracefully in a 1950s nightclub, surrounded by lively music and dim lights, capturing the energy and romance of the era's nightlife. A couple walks down the streets of Chicago, Illinois, in July 1975, captured on a Kodachrome slide, reflecting everyday life in mid-1970s urban atmosphere. A Dutch aircraft listener from the 1930s carefully monitors the skies, representing early aviation communication and the era's fascination with emerging flight technology. A father helps his son feed a giraffe at London Zoo, capturing a tender moment of curiosity, wonder, and bonding with wildlife. A female baseball player is captured in an intense moment during a 1947 post-war game, showcasing athleticism and the rise of women in sports. A French woman pours cider for a British soldier in Lisieux, France, on August 22, 1944, celebrating liberation and camaraderie during the final days of World War II. A French, British, and Polish soldier stand aboard a Royal Navy vessel during the Norwegian campaign in 1940, united in Allied efforts early in World War II. A German Bund rally filled Madison Square Garden in 1939, revealing extremism, unsettling symbolism, and creating atmosphere heavy with tension. A German mascot dog from World War I in the 1910s sits alone, symbolizing loyalty and the silent presence of animals amid the chaos of war. A glass negative from 1914 shows the National Association opposed to women's suffrage headquarters, where men read booklets as a woman passes by, observing the anti-suffrage movement. A grandmother poses proudly with a police motorcycle on the beach in the early 1920s, blending charm, nostalgia, and early motorized law enforcement. A group of Nailyat is photographed by Rudolf Leonard in 1904, capturing traditional attire and cultural life in North Africa during the early 20th century. A happy Polish kid carrying an armload of loaves of bread made from Red Cross flour at an evacuation camp, 1943. A Lithuanian girl sits on the toppled statue of Vladimir Lenin in Vilnius after the monument was removed from the center of the Lithuanian capital on September 1, 1991. A lone Soviet partisan stands in 1943, captured in a haunting moment of defiance, courage, and silent resistance deep within war-torn forests. A Maori battalion soldier feeds Patty, the battalion's dog mascot, pork from a hangdi on Christmas Day 1943 at Mahdi Camp, Egypt, captured by George Robert Boole. A migrant woman poses in her Sunday best before traveling to the northern states in July 1940, captured in a close photograph reflecting hope and resilience. A mother and her children are captured on a glass negative circa 1894, with the boys seemingly edited into the photo, reflecting early photographic techniques. A Native American man gazes at the newly completed railroad in Nevada. 1867, witnessing the transformative arrival of industry and expansion into indigenous lands. A Palestinian Christian family in Bethlehem, Palestine, 1889, poses for a family photograph, capturing traditional attire and a rare glimpse into 19th century daily life. A person wearing Empress Elizabeth's mourning mask and veil from 1889, showcasing the solemn design used to commemorate the late Empress. A powerful 1989 photo from Tiananmen Square shows the iconic tank man standing defiantly to the left of a digger, embodying courage and resistance. A Russian officer pauses during 1916 battles to feed a cat and a hedgehog milk, capturing a rare moment of compassion amid wartime chaos. A South African sentry stands guard with a smile on his face as a Malagasy girl imitates him. Taken during the Allied invasion of Madagascar. September 1942. A Stug tank destroyer leads German infantry through Stalingrad in 1942, navigating war-torn streets during one of World War II's fiercest battles. A Turkish coffee house in Heidelberg, 1933, captured in a photograph, showcases cultural exchange and the cafe's social atmosphere during the early 20th century. A Vietnamese woman guards posts of the Chinese 8th Army in 1979 during the Sino-Vietnamese War, reflecting fierce resistance and heavy Chinese casualties early in the conflict. A women's basketball team poses in their uniforms in Kansas, 1912, captured on a glass negative, reflecting early women's sports and pioneering athletic spirit. A young actress, Marilyn Monroe, visits the local zoo in 1941, posing cheerfully with two penguins, capturing an early glimpse of her playful charm. A young man bids farewell to his grandmother circa 1917 as he heads off to fight in World War I, capturing a poignant moment of love and sacrifice. Actor Reggie Nadler, who portrayed the vampire Kurt Barlow in Salem's Lot, poses wearing the film's effects mask, capturing the character's iconic horror look. Adolf Hitler plays Kegel, German ninpin bowling, in the Berghof basement in 1937, captured during a rare informal moment away from political duties. After the fall of the city without a fight, a German officer awaiting his fate in the ruins, eating rations from the U.S. Army on March 22, 1945 in Saarbrücken, Germany. An American bomb descends toward Manila on November 4, 1944, dropped by a TBF-1 Avenger from the USS Essex, targeting Japanese-controlled dockyards and ships. An anti-Trump rally by the Nation of Islam takes place in front of Trump Towers in 1988, captured by Ricky Flores, showcasing early political dissent. An autochrome photograph from 1921 captures a lady from French Indochina eating a fruit, revealing vibrant early color photography and a glimpse into daily life. An autochrome photograph from 1930 captures a Dahomey nobleman sitting on a sofa, showcasing vibrant early color photography and the dignified presence of West African royalty. An autochrome photograph from January 1, 1910, captures Algerian ladies in traditional clothes, showcasing vibrant early color photography and cultural attire of the era. An autochrome photograph from June 22, 1917, captures French soldiers in World War I, revealing early color photography and the daily reality of troops at the front. An autochrome shot captures a Russian family in Crimea during the 1910s, revealing vibrant early color photography and a glimpse into everyday life of the era. An early version of Ronald McDonald is photographed beside a crying baby, capturing the initial concept of the iconic fast food mascot in a candid moment. An older Charles Atlas reviews his mail from his male fitness program while showing his arm, circa 1960. André Maginot, French Minister of War, poses solemnly by the tomb of the unknown soldier in 1919, honoring fallen heroes after World War I's devastation. André Maginot, French Minister of War, poses with the tomb of the unknown soldier in 1919, honoring fallen heroes of World War I. Armed members of the Star News escort newspapers into the Witwatersrand in 1922, braving embargoes, violent threats, and attacks during the tumultuous Rand Revolt. Arnold Schwarzenegger breaks the Bavarian stone lifting record in 1967, hoisting 508 German Fund 254 kilos. Barbers wear masks around 1918 to protect themselves and clients from the Spanish flu, reflecting public health precautions during the devastating global pandemic. Before becoming an actor, Steve Reeves became so popular as a bodybuilder and weightlifter that he toured the country promoting fitness with his. Boxer Peter Jackson is captured at his prime in a portrait circa 1899, showcasing the strength and presence of one of boxing's early legends. Canberra, the capital city of Australia in 1926, captured in its early development, showcasing planned streets, government buildings, and the promise of a new national capital. Chief of Staff Saad al-Shazli with his daughter Shadin, the first female Egyptian paratrooper, May 1971. Civilians and military rebels gather at the Cordoba Aviation School in Argentina, 1955, during the turbulent events of the Liberating Revolution. Colorized photo of Fidel Castro and Che Guevara, both at 18 years old, 1944 versus 1946. Countess Marie-Louise von Larisch-Wallersee and her niece Archduchess Marie Valerie in a studio photo shot in Budapest, 1880. Department store employees preparing for war, American workers in New York, 1917, spend their lunch break exercising on a rooftop. Each frame of Georges Méliès's 1902 film was painstakingly hand-painted by skilled women using hairbrushes, repeating the coloring process for every reel again. Early mixed-race couple, Louis Gregory and Louisa Matthew, pictured in 1912, representing love and unity during an era of significant social and racial challenges. Early Morning Light, an original color photograph taken by Anami Nobukuni in 1910, captures serene landscapes and the delicate beauty of early 20th century Japan. Eartha Kitt in Australia with her daughter trying to show her there's nothing to fear about the Roo, 1963. Elementary school students from Austin D. Baltz Elementary School board the school bus in full costume on October 29, 1981. Employees of Fred Alger Management pose for a group photo, C2001, located on the 93rd floor of One World Trade Center. The firm lost 35 employees in the 9/11 attacks. 15-year-old drummer boy Lucian Hubbard, enlisted just after turning 14, served in the 14th Connecticut Infantry and tragically died in Belle Isle Prison, 1864. Fine art students sketch at Al-Hakim Mosque in Cairo, Egypt, 1968, capturing historic architecture and artistic inspiration within the city's rich cultural heritage. First underwater color photograph, taken by National Geographic photographer Charles Martin and botanist William Longley off the Florida Keys 1926. Former beauty queen Joyce McKinney being arrested after kidnapping Mormon missionary Kirk Anderson, forcing him to be her sex slave for 3 days, 1977. Frances Folsom on the day of her wedding to President Grover Cleveland, the only woman to marry a sitting president and the youngest First Lady at age 211886. French Antillean ace Roger Sauvage posing with his Yak 3 on the Eastern Front, accredited with 17 victories over the Luftwaffe 1943. French partisans in occupied France, 1944, meticulously count ammunition dropped by the Allies as they prepare for resistance operations. French SAS in North Africa 1943. French soldier carrying a baby as civilians flee the German advance during Operation Nordwind Alsace 1944. From July 1931 to August 1932, wealthy cousins Roberta Thomas and Florian Sengstack toured Europe on a grand tour documented by the Chicago Defender. Future Mexican Emperor Maximilian von Habsburg and Empress Charlotte of Belgium pictured in 1857, before their historic reign. Grigory Rasputin, Siberian peasant turned royal advisor, survived poison and gunshots in 1916, before finally dying by drowning, shrouded in mystery. Group of men wrestling a dangerous polar bear inside a cage for relocation, Suddated, Canada, September 1, 1971. He spends much of 1942 at his Eastern Front headquarters, the Wolf's Lair near Rastenburg, directing military operations during World War II. He spends much of 1942 at his Eastern Front headquarters, the Wolf's Lair near Rastenburg, directing operations during World War II. Hitler was the biggest fan of the Mercedes, and this was his first car after he was released from prison 1924. Identical twins, photographed by Diane Arbus in 1966, sold for $698,500 at Sotheby's on October 22nd. In 1936, a man stands in a crowd refusing the Nazi salute, highlighted with a circle, symbolizing quiet courage and defiance under oppressive regime pressure. Indian scientists approached North Sentinel Island in 1991, offering coconuts to an isolated tribe fiercely guarding identity for 60 millennia. Investor and banker J.P. Morgan lashes out at a photographer in 1900 for capturing his image without edits to conceal his rhinophyma. Italian soldier operating flamethrowers with asbestos cap pulled up over his face 1940. Jackie Robinson poses with the Kansas City Monarchs in 1945, moments before breaking baseball's color barrier. Jaco Pastorius, the world's greatest bass player, pictured in 1981 holding the Bass of Doom, his first fretless bass guitar. Japanese lady laughs as an officer searches her bag while at the Santa Anita, LA, California camp, April 1942. Jane Mansfield celebrates her birthday in the 1960s with a playful pink baby elephant. Jazz musician Bob McNeely plays passionately in 1950 as his audience goes wild. Keith Richards, Daryl Hall, John Oates, Ronnie Wood, Tina Turner, Mick Jagger, Madonna, and Bob Dylan. Circa late 1980s. Louis Armstrong plays the trumpet for his wife Lucille during their 1961 trip to Egypt. Luza Harris in her final collegiate season before becoming the only woman drafted to the NBA, 1977. Madrid residents bid farewell to the Blue Division. Spanish Wehrmacht volunteers departing for Germany before fighting near Leningrad. Max Schreck relaxes behind the scenes of Nosferatu in 1922, offering a rare off-camera glimpse. Members of the International Commission visiting the first Caton exhibition prepared by Nazi German security officers. Mexican-born guitarist Carlos Santana and bassist David Brown perform at Woodstock Music Festival in Bethel, New York. Machida family awaiting relocation to a center in California due to Japanese origin, May 8, 1942. Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, Shah of Iran, visits the Imam Reza Shrine in 1961. Mugshots show 6 defendants from the Mount Rennie rape case, New South Wales. Muhammad Ali paints at his Pennsylvania home in 1970, revealing a creative side beyond boxing. Nancy Green, born a slave in 1834, became America's first living trademark, Aunt Jemima. New Zealand troops and local guides sit shirtless on Vella Lavella Island, Solomon Islands, 1942-1945. Official portrait of Vice President Hannibal Hamlin, first VP of Abraham Lincoln. On December 3, 1976, 7 armed men raided Bob Marley's Kingston residence in an assassination attempt. On this day, in 1938, Orson Welles told reporters he never intended to cause panic with his War of the Worlds broadcast. One month after D-Day, 2 147th Infantry soldiers use a flamethrower on Iwo Jima, 1945. Original color photo of wooden houses in Beyoklu, Istanbul, 1912. Ozzy Osbourne pictured at home 2 weeks after baby Jack's birth, 1985. P.G.T. Beauregard, Confederate general, later supporter of integration and civil rights. Perel St. Aubin and wife Mary Ellen Burbach, actors from The Wizard of Oz, pictured in 1968. Passengers sleep peacefully in reclined first-class seats on a 1950 flight. Paul Dirac, father of antimatter, carries an axe through Princeton woods, 1962. People climbed the Berlin Wall in 1989 in front of a sign reading, "You are now leaving West Berlin." Peronist soldiers, police officers, and civilians taken prisoner during Argentina's 1955 liberating revolution. Photo of 3-year-old Lenin with his younger sister Olga, 1873. Police display the Black Legion uniforms circa 1937 after the group's takedown. Polish woman smiles in German-occupied Kutno, 1939. Political deportees walk away from the Arc de Triomphe after a 1945 ceremony. President Dwight Eisenhower eats a hot dog while Nixon enjoys a cigarette at a baseball game, 1960. Projectionists at the Majestic Theatre in Auckland, New Zealand, 1930. Queen Elizabeth II attends a screening in Auckland St. James Theatre, 1953. Rear Admiral Isaac Rojas and staff celebrate 1955 victory aboard cruiser General Belgrano. Roberta Thomas and Florian Sengstack traveled Europe 1931–1932, documented by the Chicago Defender. Russian sailors carefully disarm a mine in 1940. Sailors salute a war veteran in Leningrad, 1989, who lost his lower body in service. Sean Connery and Ursula Andress enjoy moments in Jamaica, 1962, while filming Dr. No. Several of the mob attempting to lynch a black teenager in Shelbyville, Tennessee, 1934. Skeleton of Lucy beside a 4-year-old girl, 1974. Soldiers and civilians take position in front of the Cabildo of Cordoba during Argentina's 1955 revolution. Soldiers enjoy a bar moment drinking Cokes with dates, 1940. Soviet-Georgian water polo player Pyotr Meshveneradze with grandson, 1990s. Staff of the Capitol Theatre in Melbourne, Australia, 1950. Stalin with his imported Rolls-Royce and chauffeur, 1925. Stevie Wonder visits a children's school for the blind in London, 1970. The brilliance of makeup master Dick Smith, pioneer of prosthetics and special effects. The first U.S. subway opened in New York in 1904. The Golden Gate Bridge under construction, 1934. The Hindenburg disaster of 1937 over New Jersey. The home decor department at Woolworth's, 1964. Arnold Genthe captured San Francisco Chinatown months before the 1906 earthquake. The Mekteb-i Sultani, Galatasaray High School, dormitory in 1936. The Nobel brothers founded Brothers Nobel Company in 1879 in Baku. The Palmetto Pigeon Farm, 1939, America's largest producer of squab. The Shah of Iran prays at a mosque around 1970. Last known photo of Titanic before it sank, 1912. Tim Curry on the set of IT, 1990, as Pennywise. Trike with rudimentary transmission in the late 1890s. Troops confronting miners on a railroad track, 1939. Two U.S. presidents and three first ladies before the White House, 1848. U.S. Eagle flight helicopters hover as South Vietnamese troops move through a rice paddy, 1964. U.S. Marines at Camp Pendleton in 1956 hold scaled-up rifle models for training. Unusual mugshots from McNeil Island Prison, 1910. W.C. Fields as Humpty Dumpty in the 1933 film Alice in Wonderland. Winston Churchill sits in the wreckage of Hitler's chair in 1945. Workers assemble the skeleton of a Diplodocus dinosaur in Paris, 1900. Young Swiss psychologist Hermann Roscher stands in 1910. Yugoslav Catholic priests face oppression by Nazis during World War II. Welcome to Vintage Photos. Step back in time with me into a world of vintage photographs. From the streets of 1800s New York to the festivals, wars, and celebrations of the 1900s, Every picture tells a forgotten story. Celebrities, bridges, parades, and everyday moments that shaped history. Subscribe, and let's bring the past back to life, one photo at a time.